Hello everybody, and welcome to Fangirl Review. But I am here to do a follow-up video post of my Once Upon a Time blog post from today. And last night's episode was titled The New Neverland. And that got people a little, I was a little like, what does that mean? As we saw, Peter Pan had switched bodies with Henry in the episode previous, and you seriously you got nervous because Peter Pan is a bad guy and he wants Henry's heart and he wants to destroy everybody. But, he never fails, Pan never fails, and he made sure of that. So in this episode, he's in Henry's body and he's back in Storybrooke. They arrive in Storybrooke and it's this huge gathering, everyone's there. Ariel found her prince, which was really nice, and he was chopping heads off fish, and she made the really funny line, "Oh, he must be mad at me," kind of joke, because she's a mermaid. And then when they all got home, it was really sweet seeing Belle look at the gold, and I'm such a loser because I will sit there and I was starting to get choked up the moment that he saw her, and they were hugging and it was all adorable, and I really like that. I really like them as a couple. And then what about you guys? I know a lot of people don't like them because of maybe an age difference, or they don't work together, or you wanted to see her with someone else or him with someone else, but I think it kind of works. I think it's cute. And so they were there and they were all happy and hugging. Peter Pan wants to get into Regina's vault. That's where she keeps all her magic hidden. That's where he needs to get the curse that brought them all to Storybrooke in the first place. It never really occurred to Regina that Henry wasn't Henry because she wanted to believe so bad that Henry needed her, and that was really sad. I was like, poor Regina. I felt really bad for her. I mean, yeah, she's an evil villain. She's the evil queen, but I mean, she still has little bits of red in her heart, and those are all the parts for her. Peter Pan wants to take Storybrooke and make it his new Neverland. He knocked out Regina using this powder that he found in her vault and knocked her out, and he went and got Felix out of jail, and they went to look over the town, and he's holding the curse in his hands because when Gold and all of them are down in the vault, he's scanning, and he's like, please tell me you didn't keep it in here. And he knows, or she knows that, that's what he took. And Peter Pan wants, it would wipe everyone's memory of who they are and they could take over. Another point I wanted to touch on a little bit was, that I touched on a lot in my blog, was Hook backed down. He told Neil that he was going to back away from Emma. He's not going to get in the way anymore. And I really don't want that to be true. I mean, maybe in the grand scheme of things, Hook is doing it so that, maybe Neil will irritate her more and then she'll see Hook in a new way. But we really don't know what's going to happen. I know a lot of people are Captain Swan shippers or, Swanfire or Swan Thief, but I like both. I really do. I like Neil because he's, he's cute and he's Neil and you just want to hug him sometimes. But then Hook, and he's a pirate and he's in leather and he's so good looking. You can't help but love Hook, and his lines are perfect. The way he talks and says things is just great. I like it, and I mean, how can Emma not? The father-daughter moment that Emma had with David, I thought that was really good. I thought that David, opening up to Emma, because they haven't had a lot of, they've tried to have moments, but, again, it's, Emma's 28 years old. She went her whole life thinking her parents gave her up or didn't want her, and now all of a sudden, she's a princess. So David tells her that she has to look for the happy moments in her life. Doesn't matter, You know, I mean, it's especially since, you know, she's in the position she's in and she has to save everybody and all of this stuff, that she should look for the good times. And, you know, that's what he did. And she wouldn't even be there if, you know, they didn't find happy moments to be together and all that stuff. So, but the father and daughter moment ended with, on a funny note, with Emma saying, "Is that the only reason you're doing this? Is to see her happy?" And he goes, "Well, what's the other reason?" And when she says to keep her away from Hook, David just looks at her and says, "You think I'm interested in Hook?" It's like, "Emma, I'm a married man." That was funny. I laughed. Then again, I mean, but who couldn't laugh? I mean, it was funny. The little bromance that Hook and Charming kind of had going on was funny. It was cute. But Hook really, really likes Emma, and it's sad. He goes and they're in Granny's, and they're in the back, and he comes walking in, and Tinkerbell's walking out of the bathroom, and he's hitting on her because he wants to forget Emma, maybe make her a little bit jealous. And Tink looks at him, she's like, "I've lost my wings, not my dignity." And I was like, ouch, poor Hook. So yeah, and then they heard screaming, so of course they go out of Granny's back, and out of the back door, and they see Emma and David coming to Granny's, and they stop, and the first thing Emma says, not "what's the screaming," is, "Were you two?" Yeah, so maybe it worked a little bit. I mean, I think Emma really does I think she likes Hook, and she feels connected to him, but, you know, like she says in the episode, she doesn't think that she can look for these good moments in her life because she's the savior. She's gonna have to make sure everybody's safe every second of every day. And, you know, David tries to tell her that's not how it needs to be. You need to live your life. You need to live and find your happy moments like him and Snow did. But, you know, Emma's a little hard-headed. She's not gonna just drop everything. Henry's her first and only priority, and she will put him before Neil and Hook every time. So Hook he tells, and Tink says no way, and Hook's just like, maybe. So we will see what happens with all of that. I don't know. What are your thoughts? What do you think about Hook and Emma together? Do you really not want them together? Do you really want him with Tinkerbell, or do you want Emma and Neil together? Or maybe you just want Emma with a totally new person that she doesn't have crazy history with. Either way, there's the next half of the season is gonna come up in March, and you're gonna see a mystery man, we don't know who he is, who played a impactful role in Emma's life story. So he's played by Christopher Gorham, and we shall see how that plays out. I don't know. It's hard. Hook or Neil? I don't know which one I would pick. Who would you pick? Leave comments below saying who you would pick, either Hook or Neil. If you were Emma and you were in her situation, would you pick Hook or would you pick Neil? Or would you just pick somebody else? Would you get rid of those two guys and just pick someone else? So let me know in the comments which one you would pick, or if you would just rather see Emma with a whole new person. And as you see in the flashbacks, Snow wants to go find Medusa so that she can turn Regina into stone, and yeah, she ends up she ends up almost losing Charming because he gets turned into stone while she's there trying to defeat Regina, and then Regina shows up, using the mirrors and stuff. There's this shield, and there's like a little piece of reflective surface, and she hears Regina, and then Regina's telling her, "You ruined your happiness all on your own." She's like, "I didn't even have to lift a finger." And so Snow did it to herself, and she realizes that, and then she uses the shield to, make Medusa look at herself, and turned her to stone, which saved Charming. And then she tells him, she wants to start a family because, there's always going to be, if it's not Regina, there's always going to be some sort of other evil trying to get in their way. And so that was kind of the same thing that Charming was trying to tell Emma. Let me know what you think of my video. I will have another video up tomorrow, talking a little bit about Doctor Who, if anyone is interested. As you can see, I have some weeping angels in the background, and I really just want to touch base a little bit, especially with the Christmas special coming up. So I will talk a little bit about Doctor Who in tomorrow's video, and I would like to thank you for watching this video about Once Upon a Time, and I hope that you all tune in to the mid-season finale next week on December 15th. And I will leave links in the description about, for Tumblr, Twitter, Facebook, and all of those there. Or maybe I'll post links somewhere on the screen. Probably click a Weeping Angel to go and check out Tumblr. I have a lot of Doctor Who and Once Upon a Time posts on there. And thank you for watching my video. Give it a thumbs up if you like it. And leave comments telling me, what show maybe you want to see me do a review on the Fangirl review. And I will have other little videos like tomorrow's video about, Doctor Who related stuff. It'll be Doctor Who Tuesday. And so, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day. And keep dreaming and scheming, everybody.